Welcome to episode 18 of the Cars and Cartridges podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, aka OG Retro. I'm here with my man, Chris, aka Koozie Retro Games, coming off a hot claim sale last night before this recording, I guess. How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. Yeah, a little bit of a change up. We usually record these before the claim sale, but we're running this on a Friday afternoon on my lunch break. Totally fine. We're making it work, but good day. It rained pretty much all morning here, but the sun's out now. I have a tea time at 5:52 with a buddy. So
look at you, Tiger Woods.
Golf course won't be underwater. Not really. Far from it.
Yeah. What do you usually hit?
Not very good.
Not very good.
Ball.
He hits the ball, folks. He hits the ball.
We're getting better each time. It's fun. And my buddy works for Quicken Loans, and they have the Detroit, the Rocket Mortgage Classic, which they play the big golf tournament down in Detroit. So he got me 2 tickets to that. So me and my dad will be going to that in about 2 weeks.
Very cool. The only golf I really know about is Golden Tee arcades. I'd like to think I'm pretty good at Golden Tee. But anyways, let's go over the topics we got today. We got a good one for you today. Koozie lunch break special. We're going to talk about our favorite parts about collecting in general. Like we're both pretty big collectors, equally. I come at it from maybe different aspects that Koozie does, but we're both big into it. So we're going to talk about our favorite parts. We're going to talk about how the Pokémon Center, yes, the Pokémon Center, did a little bit of an oopsie, and their brand new Chilling Rain set. This is kind of a new thing they're doing, I think, is a Pokémon Center specific ETB, and they're doing this in the future going forward too. And they were supposed to be different. One of the differences being they have 10 packs and they only shipped out with 8. We're going to be talking about that and what they did to rectify the situation. We're also going to be talking about tips to make you a better seller. If you're into the video game market and you're a collector, you might also be, selling your doubles, and what can you do better to help those things sell. And lastly, rounding it out with why do we think Battle Royale games are so popular? I've been playing tons of Fortnite recently. I know Warzone just got a new season. Battlefield just got announced for upcoming this year. What do we think about these Battle Royales? And lastly, we have some viewer questions this week. You guys showed up with a viewer question, so that's exciting. Let's get into it. Favorite parts about collecting? Chris, go. List some. What do you think?
I want to say this at the beginning of the episode. We say it at the end, but maybe people click off late. Feel free to give us a like, a comment, a share wherever you're listening. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating. Like us on YouTube. Leave a comment on YouTube. It just helps the algorithm and helps us gain viewers, and it's greatly appreciated.
Good point, Chris. Thank you for reminding us.
Cool.
What are your favorite parts about collecting, bro?
I think my favorite part, I guess I'll start with like my overall favorite part, then we can get into like some sub favorites. That's even a string of words that make sense. Is the story behind the stuff. Right. So I can look at my collection and like remember, I got that at this garage sale, or I picked that up at like this thrift shop, or there's just something cool behind, like, I went to this garage sale and asked for games. The lady was like, I think my son still has some. And then she brings me in her house. We go down to the basement. We're digging through the entertainment center, and I find complete and box Super Nintendo games or something like that. I think like the way I hunt personally and find the games is my favorite part. Nothing against people who buy on eBay, but it's less fun kind of click unless you get a crazy deal and you have a story behind it. But if you're just looking for a copy like Mario 64 and you buy it on eBay, like point click, and it shows up at your door, I like having like the story behind the stuff.
That's a really good point. Really good answer for that too. I think what first comes to my mind, like right off the rip, is like similar, but like the uniqueness behind items. So like, more so like the story of an item, where it fits into like why it's cool, almost like why it might be like a base set unlimited Charizard. Like that has so many reasons why it's cool, right? Like or just a base set Charizard, whatever. Don't even have to talk. Just that art, right? Like the Mitsuhiro Arita Charizard. It's like like
You
I
talking about like
collect.
the nostalgia factor of it?
Well, there's definitely a nostalgia factor, but it's more than that. It's like how that card particularly fits into the overall, just like the anthropology almost of it, like how it's valued as a culture, right? Like
Yeah.
how, like to, it's important in culture. It's literally like a cultural. A lot of these video games and cards have like cultural significance,
Oh, 100%.
and like the idea that the like I'm holding part of that, it just that's really fucking cool to
You're
me.
holding a piece of history. You're
Yeah.
holding a
Oh,
piece of
yeah.
art.
In terms of cards or even video games too, but like, yeah, to me, it's like there's something. It's more than just like the item says so much. I think that's what's
Yeah.
cool to me. It's like, yeah, it looks a certain way or plays a certain way, but like thinking about everything that like is behind that, like who are the people that worked on this game, who's the artist behind this card, where is he from, or she from, and where like all the different things that went into eventually making what you're holding. It's like that's
Wow,
rad.
yeah, I never really thought of it from like that aspect. Like, what was like, how did he come up with the artwork for, say, the box or the card, or what was the
Yeah,
reasoning behind, like, say, like, what was the reasoning behind the storyline of a game or things like
exactly.
that?
Exactly. Think about how many, like a game too, like that's cool. Like how many people worked on that game during that time, like a game, like I don't know. Let me think. I'm looking around. A game like Conker's Bad Fur Day, perfect example. Like the people that worked on that game, like what was going through their heads to make that during that time, and then like now, like I'm holding it 20 years later, 25 years later, and it's like it's still like it just holds
Yeah.
so much history in a way that's like really just like different than like a lot of things. I mean, I don't know it, so that's
I
why
love that
I like.
example of Conkers because you kind
Yeah,
of I love bringing up the example of Conkers as being like a rated M Nintendo game because you
yeah.
don't see many like rated M Nintendo games, especially back in the day. So it's really cool. What were they like? Were they all sitting in a boardroom just thinking like, how can we
Yeah,
make this like rated M Nintendo game? And just like you gotta be like just a bunch of like
it's like a
it seems like a
historical
bunch.
significance too,
Yes.
like
And I feel like it's like a storyline of just like a bunch of drunk college kids came together and like made the game, but it's like
yeah,
probably not what happened, but like it's yeah, I love that reference.
yeah. And I guess so I think we both will agree also that we like another appealing part of it is like the value to this, the value that these things have, right?
Yeah,
Like it's
100%.
pretty amazing that like old cardboard and old plastic is worth like hundreds, sometimes
Hundreds of dollars.
thousands. It's like that's insane to me sometimes, and it's not all that I'm not, that's not why I collect or anything, but it's a part that gets me jazzed up, like it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like that's
You walk
crazy.
around your collection or even you pull up I got an app called Game Eye where I log my collection so that like pulls values from price chart and has right there. And there's an overall like value report. Just looking at like that overall value collection, you kind of take a step back, you're like, whoa, okay. Um, Another favorite part, and this was more when I was at college and my collection was a little bit smaller. So I would have my collection with me in my dorm room. I don't know, just didn't like leaving it home, like having it with me, like looking at
Yeah.
it and adding to it, things like that. But when people would come over, like people come over to hang out in the dorm or whatever, and they see your collection, I mean, they're not expecting to see a game collection in a college dorm room,
Yeah.
but then them walk and be like, oh my God, you have this game. I played this game as a kid so much, or this was my favorite game growing up. And then they pull it off the shelf and they're looking at it, like, can we play it? And you bust out the GameCube or the Super Nintendo and you help people
Damn.
relive their childhood games that maybe they haven't even thought of in years.
Yeah, that's rad. So yeah, just the ability that games have to bring people together in the modern day, and especially retro games, because people have these like really tight memories to them, and
Oh,
it's
100%.
I feel as though sometimes it's easier to relate to people with video games with retro stuff over modern stuff. Like I've made in terms of like people I've gamed with, I think I've played retro games more often with people than
Yeah.
modern games.
I think they're more open to it. And I don't know if
Yeah.
maybe that's because a retro game is just easier to pick up and play versus
Yeah, they're
a
more
modern
simple. Yeah.
game, or like, oh, I'm gonna say the majority of people grew up playing video games, but as they get older, maybe they don't play video games anymore. So if you bust out the PS4 and you're like, "Hey, let's play the new Spider-Man," they're like, whatever. But if they grew up playing like Double Dash or something like that, they're gonna be more open to like, "Oh my God, yes, let's bust out the GameCube and play Double Dash." And I think that's
You're
just
right.
a great nostalgia thing.
100%. Those are all good points. Do we have anything else on that topic? This is a good topic. I could probably go on and on about things I like about collecting.
I'm gonna say one more thing, and it's gonna segue us into our
Okay.
perfect next topic.
Perfect
So I
segue.
guess
Let's hear
going
it.
along with collecting, I love like getting local lots, getting great deals on stuff, going hunting with buddies, and just having, like I said, having the story behind it. But then when you're picking up all these lots, when you're collecting, you're gonna have doubles, and you're gonna have things you don't need. So you're gonna look to sell those stuff. And I
Gotta
mean,
sell it.
Ryan and I have been doing these live claim sales for about a year now, and it's been amazing. I've said it before on the podcast. I love doing the live claim sales. I love selling to you guys. It makes it so much better. It's so tedious sitting by yourself just posting
Yeah.
things on eBay.
Yeah.
It's shitty work. I mean, you
Yeah.
make money. It's nice when the sales come in, but it's kind of crappy just sitting there alone. Post, write a description, list, take pictures, write a description, list. So getting to build a community around the selling stuff and hanging out with you guys while selling the stuff is a great part of collecting to me.
Favorite. You're 100%. 100%. And you're right. That is a good segue because we were going to talk about, tips for selling. Right off the bat,
Sorry, I
Kuzu's
was
coughing there.
coughing.
Right off the bat. Right off the bat, I think
Yeah.
good photos. Like the first thing that comes to my mind is like good photos. If you're trying to sell something, have good photos. And it'll
Mm-hmm.
like I know chefs talk about like how we eat with our eyes, you know what I mean? And I think it's the same type of thing with like buying an item. Like it's the more appealing it is to your eye, and it's not like you're editing shit and photoshopping shit,
No.
but like you can make a photo look good. You can like just how like humans, talk about having like a good side or like a good angle, or like there's a side you think you look better from. Like items you're photographing look better when like properly lit, or like
Yep.
with that deep, not cluttered background, or just
A simple,
like
and you don't gotta be a photography major to
no, no,
do this
no.
stuff. Like if you like I personally need to do better with my photos. 90% of the time I just throw it on the carpet and hopefully don't get my toe in the shot. But I like it's as simple as going to the dollar store and getting a couple pieces of white
White, yeah,
cardboard
white
paper
cardstock or whatever. That
and
works
just setting
fine.
that up, simple white background, have a
Yeah,
lamp right over it, so or have a couple lights.
like a
It's
45
not
degree
hard.
angle.
Just
Yeah,
yeah, make it look simple.
yeah. I think that's my first tip. What do you got?
Um, clean and test.
Mhm.
I think cleaning and testing is the biggest one. And like I said, you don't gotta be Bill Nye the Science Guy to clean this stuff. You just gotta take a Lysol wipe, a Q-tip, and some rubbing alcohol, and that's pretty much what you need to clean 90% of games. Like
Yeah,
wiping down, if you have a case game, wipe down the plastic on the case with a
yeah.
Lysol wipe.
Makes
Get
it
in
look
the
so much
crack where
better.
you put your thumb in to open up like a PS2 case. Just get the dust and grime off of it. Um, if you got cartridge games, clean the pins. All you gotta do is put a little rubbing alcohol, 91% preferably, on a Q-tip, and just go back and forth on the pins with the wet side, flip it over and dry them with the dry side. It's
100%.
so simple. I think it's just nice to get clean stuff. I hate when I get stuff, and especially from like other resellers who should know this stuff. I get stuff and it's just kind of grimy, and then I have to spend the time to wipe it down. I know everything I saw in the claim sales, I cleaned and test before. So it's like I don't want to sell you something and then you
Yeah,
get expecting just to throw it on your collection. And it's like, oh crap, now I got to clean this. Or you
yeah,
get something that doesn't work. The worst part is getting something that doesn't work. And
yeah. It's annoying.
then you have to go through the process of, can I fix it? Is it worth it to fix it? Is the seller going to let me get a refund? And then maybe you're just expecting to get the game and play it. Maybe you don't even know how to ship it back. And then you got to go through the process of shipping it back and things like that.
It's a very good point. Very good point. I think it's easy to not forget, but like slack on that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but what was I had one in my head and now I forget. Um.
I was gonna
Oh,
say another one is just like be personable. Like I know on Instagram, like when somebody gets it and they post on their story thanking me, I message them back, hey, thanks so much for buying, or I repost it on my
100%.
story, something like that. It's just 2 clicks and you're simple. It shows them you're appreciated them being customer. Or even I just on a Pokemon card, bulk Pokemon cards with a Sharpie, I write, Ryan, thank you for your purchase. Hope you enjoy and I hope you have a great summer. Like
Oh yeah.
it's just simple things like that really make the buyer appreciate it even more.
Very good tips. For the last claim so we did, I'm throwing in, free stickers with every purchase. So like little things like that is cool. If you have
Yeah,
like
and you don't gotta do
little,
it every time.
no, 100%. But if you have little free things, you could, show them, like you said, just appreciate their purchase.
Package it well. Package
Yeah,
it how you'd
packaging.
want it to be packaged.
Yeah, I take my packaging seriously, man.
So do I.
I get into it.
Yeah.
I get into it.
And I know if you sell on eBay, eBay just
Mhm.
started a thing where you can print out coupons to include in your orders. So when you
Oh,
go to
that's
print the shipping
badass.
label on eBay, you can print out like it's basically like a little like note that goes that you can put in your package. So like, hey, thanks so much for your order, yada yada yada. Here's 15% off your next purchase in my store. Just use this code at checkout.
That's
And you can
smart.
give your buyers 15% off if they and that's like
That makes me want to
you
fill up my eBay store.
you learn it in marketing and it's just like a repeat customer is the best thing you can have. The hardest thing is to get that initial customer. So if you can get repeat customers and continued business, that's going to be the best thing for you.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I
Awesome.
think of what else. Yeah, be personable, clean and test. Have good prices.
Yeah,
Um,
pricing.
that's
Pricing
a
is
main
important.
thing.
Definitely
Be up to
pricing is
date on your
important.
prices. Check eBay sold listings and price charting, mainly eBay sold listings for how to get
Don't
your
screw yourself
prices.
over. Like, because you could be underpriced or overpriced. You know what I mean? If it's
Mm-hmm.
underpriced, then you're missing out on a little bit of money. And if you're overpriced,
Yep.
then you're a douche. But it happens. You just got to
My
be
thing
up to
is
date on your prices.
if you're not selling on eBay, if you're just selling to someone on Instagram or whatever, or Twitter or Discord, you can afford to take 13% off what they're going for on eBay because you're not dealing with the eBay fees. So
Yeah.
you'd be making the same amount of money in these other platforms than you would on eBay, and they're getting a better deal because then they're not having to pay tax, or if you do
Right.
free shipping, they're not to pay shipping, and then you're not having to pay the fees.
Yeah, if you could develop relationships with people so you can sell to people off these platforms that take fees, that's another good little seller tip right there.
And I don't know if Ryan, you know anybody specifically, but I know a couple people. Like I know Megamente, who's in Discord. He's a good buddy of mine on Instagram. I know he specifically looks for Disney games. So anytime I get Disney games, I directly hit him up. Or if I'm at a game store and there's a pile of Disney games, I shoot him a picture. I'm like, hey, do you need any of these? Just looking out for your fellow collectors is a big thing.
100%. Good points. Good points.
Definitely.
All right. Segwaying into the next segwaying. That was not a word. Segway. What am I trying to say?
Let's segue
Segwaying.
in.
Let's segue into the
Segueing.
next. Yeah, what am I trying to say? So talking about being a good seller, the Pokemon Center. I don't know. Let's first talk about what happened, okay? Chilling Reign, the newest. We're actually recording this episode of the podcast on the release date, the official release date of Chilling Reign, the latest and greatest Pokemon set, trading card set. And so there was supposed to be this new thing where the Pokemon Center is releasing ETBs, Elite Trainer boxes, that are specific to the Pokemon Center. They have Pokemon Center branding. There's similar art, but a little bit different. And these were supposed to have 10 packs instead of the 8 packs that you'll see in the big box retail stores everywhere else, that kind of thing. However, on June 16th, I and many other people that pre-ordered these Elite Trainer boxes got an email that reads, valued Pokemon Center customer, we have an important update regarding the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Chilling Reign Pokemon Center Elite Training Box you recently ordered. The Sword and Shield Chilling Reign Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box was intended to include a total of 10 booster packs. Due to an error in manufacturing, the product you will receive will include a total of 8 booster packs. As your trusted source for official and premier Pokemon merchandise, we're disappointed in this error. We are unable to replace the Sword and Shield Pokemon Center Elite Training Box with a version containing 10 booster packs. However, should you decide to keep this product, Pokemon Center will provide you with all the following at no additional cost due to this inconvenience. All right, so before we go into what they're doing, what do you think about that?
Were they the same price as what you would pay in a big box retailer for 8?
Yes.
What were they 50 or 40 in ETB?
50 in ETB, I believe.
15. Yeah, okay. I mean, errors happen, but I feel like that's a pretty big error when you're specifically selling a one that's like, hey, you should buy them directly from us because we're going to give you 10 instead of 8.
Yeah.
That's like their selling point, and then they only give you 8. That's a pretty big error.
And I think it's kind of interesting because they have been super criticized for all the like quality control recently, and like just not manufacturing just been a shit show. And like now this, like I almost wonder if they did this because they didn't think they could meet the demand and like just had to cut it. Like
What do you mean by they couldn't meet the demand?
Like couldn't print enough cards, so they were like, just fuck it, only put 8 in them so we can print more and just meet the pre-order demand.
Yeah, I mean, saving 2 packs per box when there's 100,000 boxes ordered.
Would add up. Yeah. But here's what so you would expect they would either refund you a bit, right, or something. I don't know. But here's what they're gonna do. Credit the original. So after your order is shipped, we will start processing credit in the amount of $10 plus applicable taxes for each ETB. Oh. So like you're getting the cost of 2 packs basically, or maybe even more, honestly, the way it breaks down in ETB. A little bit more in ETB. Then, and you will get 2 Pokemon Chilling Reign booster packs and 3 of 3 cards from the set, not promo cards, literal cards from the set, being the Galarian Articuno V, Zapdos V, and Moltres V. So like the 3 V cards of the 3 legendary birds, pretty cool, per Elite Trainer Box. So you're getting $10 plus 2 more packs and plus 3 cards because they fucked up. So it's actually fire.
I think they did a great job fixing that. That's honestly more than I was expecting. I thought you were just
100%.
Say,
if
hey,
they could have left it at the $10
back.
Yeah, if they left it at the $10, I'd be like, all right, fair enough. That's fine. You fucked up.
But the fact that they're giving you $10, giving
and
out
the 2 packs,
2 more packs
eventually. So the 2 packs will be delivered in, they say, late July, which is like a month from now, you know? But that's fair, I guess.
Think of how much this is costing them. $10 each. Yeah. And then they have to pay shipping for 2 packs to everybody.
Yeah, it's a big fuck up.
Yeah.
It's a big oopsie.
It's huge.
It's a big oopsie.
Wow, yeah, I think they did a great job fixing that. Now, do you think that people are going to be posting these ETBs on eBay for like $4,000 or best offer, saying like error, Pokemon Center, mischief,
I think
yada yada yada?
I think obviously, yes, because people do that with everything these days. However, I think these could have a legitimate chance at being worth something long term.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the first, number one, it's got a couple of things going for it because it's like one of the, if someone could totally correct me, but I believe it's one of the like first ETBs from the Pokemon Center that they've done Pokemon Center specific branding, trying to differentiate their ETBs distributed by the Pokemon Center from the ETBs distributed at the big box stores. Like, I think it's the first set to do that with the branding, like on the box being different, some of the logos being different, that kind of thing. I think it's the first set to do that. And then for it to be the first set to do that and then also flop like that in the sense of like it fucked up and also be a cool set. Like Chilling Reign is a cool set. Like there's a lot of cool cards. I think it's going to be, I think it's a set that a lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on too. I think we're going to see Battle Styles level print runs, but Battle Styles was lame as fuck. There were not a lot of cool hit cards. Chilling Reign is like if Battle Styles had cool hit cards. You know what I mean? So I think these sealed error boxes or whatever, error boxes, I think could have a chance to kind of.
I agree with you there. The only thing that's holding me back from maybe exponential return in the long term would be how popular Pokemon is right now and how many people probably ordered from the Pokemon Center. If this was two,
I
three
think they're
years
good,
ago when Pokemon was less popular and this happened, I would think you would see a lot more
but
value in the boxes.
think about like here. I'm gonna look it up right now. But Champions Path, for instance, is still worth way more than they were at retail.
I
Even
looked that up
now,
the other day too. Champions Path ETVs are still like $100, I thought.
the lowest ask on StockX right now is $77.
Hmm.
So a Champions Path ETB still was, it was like $50 at retail if you bought it at Walmart. So that's not bad.
I wonder what battle styles elite trainer boxes are going for right now.
Garbage, but that's another
Like
thing that,
$30.
yeah. And Battle Styles is definitely just in this unfortunate position that it really is just a shitty set. Like Battle
Yeah.
Styles is the XY Steam Siege, right? Steam Siege is
Yeah.
very similar, 1 or 2 hit cards that were Pokemon that nobody really fucked with that much. Steelix, it's a cool Pokemon, but it's not like nobody says my favorite Pokemon is Steelix. And the same with
Yeah.
Gardevoir. Like Gardevoir, cool Pokemon. I maybe heard one person say, "Oh, my favorite Pokemon is Gardevoir." Battle Styles, Tyranitar, that's the only Pokemon. Chilling Reign, tons. Champions Path had the Charizards. I think Chilling Reign, we're gonna see Chilling Reign actually be. People are gonna eat this shit up, and I think it's gonna be one of the first sets that the print run is gonna equal the demand to. Like we're gonna see. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a good thing, and like I said, for all those reasons, I think these error box or whatever the hell they are, these mess up. I'd like to call them mess up box or something.
I would call it a mess up box, I think.
Yeah, like a oopsie box. I think they're going to be worth. If you keep them sealed, I don't see why they're not going to be worth. Like all sealed Pokemon product right now is just crazy. Even modern stuff. I just in a year they'll probably be 100, 200. Like
it's so crazy that happened. So crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Thank you for that. I mean, I didn't really hear about that because I didn't pre-order any from the Pokemon Center, but so thanks for that information and kind of breaking that down for us.
Yeah, I had a couple people DM me about it. Like, did you get this email? Like people thought it was fake or something, I guess. And then but no, it's very real. They fucked up.
So crazy.
But
yeah, they fucked up, but they did a great job of fixing it.
Exactly.
I applaud them for the way they fixed it.
They did a great. They did good quality, good damage control.
Yes.
But anyways, last topic. Take us through it. Why do we think battle royales are so popular? Battle royales being the popular video game genre, captivating the youth and many older than that.
Yeah. So I mean, what was the first really was Fortnite really the first battle royale?
No. Oh, it goes way back. We got a game called H1Z1, and we have a game called what is it called? Player Unknown's
Battleground. Yep.
PUBG, Player Unknown's Battleground. That was one. H1Z1 was one.
CS:GO, a battle royale?
No, CS:GO. They might have one now, but CS:GO has always been like a first-person shooter type. But yeah, no. So battle royale has been long before Fortnite. But Fortnite really
was the most popular.
Fortnite's taken it into the stratosphere, I think. And then Warzone most recently really is just, it's blown it. Warzone more popular than Fortnite, I think, at this point, which is crazy. And then we have a new one coming out soon, Battlefield 2042 or whatever, which should be very cool. There's just a lot of cool stuff. I think the question is why they're so popular, right?
Yeah, just kind of like, I mean, specifically looking at Fortnite, I guess, and you said like taking it into the stratosphere, like why did Fortnite do so well?
As someone who's literally played since it was in beta, right? So I've played Fortnite for at least 4 years, I think, on PC. I liked it at the start because it was different than like most FPS and battle royale. The fact that you are building and also like you have to have there's two different sets of skills, right? It's like there's your FPS skills, and you have to be good at this whole new thing, like the building aspect.
Yep.
Like that is just no other game has that, right? Which so
Yeah.
I think there's two, like, it's funny because people always shit on Fortnite. Like I feel like Fortnite gets a lot of shit from older gamers that like the newer
Mhm.
Warzone and shit like that, because it's like, oh, you like a bunch of 12-year-olds play that game, whatever. But like I think there are two types of people that are playing Fortnite. Yes, there are little kids attracted to Fortnite because the fun colors,
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say the
it's
fun colors, all that stuff.
fun colors, like cool animations, the popular like TikTok dances, like all
Yep.
these, and we'll go into that in a second. But like, and then there are people that see that like the skill level to like do both of these things, like it's a really complicated game to be good at. Like it's
It's
like
insane.
it's crazy, and I love the gameplay. So like I play because I love the gameplay, and like it's different for me. Like I can play Warzone, but like it's just like it's just not that, it's not as fun. Like I like the added element. So for me, that's it. But then I think there's so much, the way that Epic Games has monetized this game is
Hmm.
so brilliant and so well done. And when I think they can't make it better and like make more money, they find out ways to like
It's
it's insane.
insane.
It's
They've done
insane.
things. They've done things no other game has been doing. I mean, they're holding freaking live concerts like mid
Oh
game.
yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
crazy.
That was cool. I mean, the most recent battle pass is a collaboration with Rick and Morty, like one of the most popular cartoon shows ever. And
Yeah.
so they've done, they've done everything. They've done Spider-Man, they've done Batman, they've done all the Marvel movies. They've done like
Hmm.
they've had collaborations with literally everything, and the fact that they have like all like Alien versus Predator, they got those guys, they got like, everything. Like you could name any modern or classic like kind of. The only thing they don't have yet is
Cultural thing.
Pokemon. Yeah, there's not many Nintendo. I was waiting for like a Mario or Luigi skin or something, but Nintendo
Yeah.
is yet to like really give up any of their intellectual property to Fortnite. Haven't seen any, even though Fortnite's on the Switch, and like it's a
Yep.
game that there are Fortnite limited edition Nintendo Switches. So like
Hmm.
Nintendo and Fortnite get along, but so far no like Nintendo skins, which I think is very interesting actually. And I've not really thought about this conversation, just made me think about it, but like someone who's such a Nintendo gamer, and the fact that they have done like these limited edition Switches, like full on limited edition
Yeah.
Switches with like, custom Joy-Cons and everything. Like they really, Nintendo and Fortnite, I mean, it's obviously a money thing. Nintendo is not stupid. They know how much, I mean,
Yes.
Nintendo is generally looked at as like a younger company there. And to have like that game, Fortnite, it's a no-brainer on that platform. No-brainer. I remember when that was like in a rumor. I remember when Fortnite wasn't on the Switch yet, and it was a rumor that like it might happen. Crazy. But anyways, yeah, I just think that they've done a really good job at captivating multiple audiences, and the way that they monetize it and the way that the seasons introduce new things. I think it keeps people
Hmm.
coming back. I think there's reasons to keep coming back. Like I like getting better at the game, for instance.
That was
Like
what I was gonna say. My biggest thing is I think the first thing that really enticed people to play it and get hooked on it was the fact that it was free. So the
oh
fact
yeah,
that it was
good point.
free was a huge thing getting
Huge
people to
point.
play.
Yeah.
And then another thing that came back to me is kind of like it's so rewarding when you win just because there's like one winner versus like when you
Yes.
play like a Call of Duty and it's like your team wins like a team death match or like
Right.
something like that. It's just you. And then something like
That's
it gets you in that
100%.
like it gets you in that like mindset of like one more game, one more time. It gets intense and you get down to the last 10 and then you die and you're like fuck. And then
Yeah.
you just want to go one more just to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. There's definitely an aspect of like just one more game. There's like it's very competitive. Like my and So my brother and I will play like in the same room, and we'll play duos against, just random duo lobbies. And we get so intense, bro. It's so intense. And I think definitely because it's free, cross-platform, that's huge. The fact that it's cross-platform, I can play with anyone. Me on a PC can play with people on a Switch, can play with people on a PS4, can play with people on Xbox One. We could all be in the same party. That is like, if I told that to I really think about it now. If I told that to like my sixth grade gamer self, I don't think I'd believe you. I
No,
don't
because it was
think I'd
so
believe.
like it was like Xbox 360 or PS3, and
Right.
like you
It
guys
was
were just
so
you guys were
divided.
divided.
Yeah. He's like, no way you'd ever
But
play with,
in the
and then to
back of
think
your
that like
mind, you
that
always
to think imagine having the Wii in that conversation.
oh my god, yeah.
Like a
Imagine playing
Wii.
Modern
That's
Warfare 3. Imagine playing Modern Warfare
exactly.
3 on a PS3 versus somebody playing on the Wii.
Oh, Wii. That's exactly the same like thing though that's happening today. It's like I'm playing on a PC and I can play with people on a Switch, bro. That
But in the
is
back of
mind
your
blowing.
mind when you were young, you always wished you could.
Oh,
You always wished you could
100%.
play with your friends on
100%. That's what
Xbox
we
or
wanted
whatever.
forever, but it's also something that was like a dream. Like no way this could possibly happen.
Yep.
Cross-platform, that's huge. I think that's one of the biggest things because back in the day too, there were games you literally couldn't play with your friends. So here's what I want to say first. Back in the day, the games you played were a lot of the times based on what your friends were playing. Like we all want to
Yeah.
say we're like super original, everything and unique, but come on, we were kids. We, followed trends and shit a lot of the time. And just because it was fun. Like if your friends had the games you wanted to play and you guys, but because back in the day there wasn't cross-platform, oftentimes there were like you literally just couldn't even play with your friends because of that. Even if you had the
Or even
same
you couldn't even
game,
play the game.
or because there was
Xbox there was
exclusives,
Xbox
and
specific games and there's
yeah, and
PlayStation
that
specific
still
games.
exists. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, dude. So cross-platform hugely
Fortnite
helps.
did and it just paved the road. I mean, then Apex came out, then Call of Duty came out with Warzone. And
Yeah,
you
and
even look at
Warzone is
like
ridiculous.
you look at something like even like Fall Guys when that was popular.
Right,
Like
that
that was a
popped off
huge
for a
thing people
while.
were playing.
Tetris 99. I mean, Nintendo's kind of done it too. Tetris 99. Those are technically battle royales, just in a very different way.
And you said it like, oh, the 12-year-olds like the TikTok dances and the colorful, but that appeals to everyone. I think
Oh,
it's
dude,
it's
100%.
appealing on the eye, and then you kill somebody and you just go do an emote on their dead body, and like as they're
Yeah.
watching the kill cam of
Oh,
you or
we
whatever.
need proximity chat though. Warzone has proximity chat, meaning like if you kill someone or if they kill you, there's like a window of like 5 seconds where you can talk to the other person.
Call of Duty, yeah, older Call of
That's called,
Duties do that,
yeah.
yeah.
So they still have that.
So yeah.
So Fortnite doesn't have that. If I could talk to the 8-year-olds that are absolutely taking a shit on me every game because they're so much better. Oh God, I just want to tell them to go fuck. No, I'm just kidding. But yo, Fortnite can make you mad. Fortnite can make you mad.
Oh yeah, my roommate at college used to be addicted to it and play it all the time, and he'd just get furious.
Yeah,
Absolutely furious.
I don't get that mad, but like sometimes you never know. But we got viewer questions, huh? What do we got? What do
We
we
do
got?
have viewer questions. Thank you guys for hitting up at Cards and Cartridges podcast on the Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Usually every Wednesday, we throw up a question on our story asking for viewer questions. We have 5 this week. We're not going to go into all 5 of them. I will bank some just in case the audience is slacking and doesn't ask us any more questions next
Let's
week.
do like 2.
Yeah.
Do
a
long one and a short one.
Cool. 8-Bit Fellow asks, how early do you typically show up to yard sales that mention they have games?
You gotta answer that first because I haven't been yard selling recently.
Scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and looking at trying to plan my yard sale route or whatever, and they mention they have games in the description, I message them and I go, hey, what do you have? And if they get back to me and tell me what they have, cool. I try to come that night, the day before. Hey, can I swing by now and buy the stuff? I gotta work in the morning or I'll be busy tomorrow morning. Can I swing by now? If they say no, then say the yard sale starts at 9. I'm usually there 8:15. and I'm not gonna like sit in their drive. Okay, if it's something crazy, like it's like an Earthbound complete in box, I'll sit in their driveway and wait for them. But if it's like there's like a couple more, even just like sub sales in general, say the sub sale starts at 9, I'm there at 8, just driving around the sub waiting for people to start setting up. And I'm that guy who hops into your garage as you're setting up, asking you if you have games, because if I don't do it, one of the other 19 resellers will.
There you go. And that's what I would say too. I don't really
You
have
gotta be
any other
early.
advice. Be early,
I went garage
but
selling
also
at
be respectful. That's
Be
important.
respectful. Yes, that is the
People
big thing.
don't
Kinda,
like.
like walk up like a hey, how's it going? Like I see you're still setting up. I apologize. I was just wondering, do you have any video games for sale by any chance? I'm looking for older Nintendo, N64, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, PS1, PS2. And you just gotta start listing off stuff till they hit that chord in their head.
Yep.
Yeah, be respectful. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's really it.
You wanted a kind of a longer one. Give me your thoughts on E3. Says Eric Mac makes.
I didn't watch it, dude. So
I didn't watch it either.
there you go. I've been busy. I heard Square Enix did shitty. I watched the Nintendo Direct, so I can comment at that. Very excited about the Nintendo Direct. We saw Metroid Dread, a new 2D Metroid come out. I mean that's it.
That
I love
special
Metroid.
edition looks sweet. People are already scalping that.
I know, and I'm pissed because I didn't pre-order it, so we'll see. Hopefully, I get it somehow. Love that. Love Mario Golf Koozie. There's a new golf game coming out for the Switch. Very
Did they already
cool.
have Mario? Wasn't that already announced?
Yeah, but they showed gameplay footage of it and everything, and I think we got a release date too. We got a release date for Skyward Sword, I believe, in July. And we got
Weren't wanting Breath of the Wild 2 or something like that, but that didn't come out?
No, we saw new footage of Breath of the Wild 2, which is cool. Looked amazing. That was cool. That was at the end. We saw a new Shin Megami Tensei game, which is a Japanese RPG.
Yeah.
That looked really good.
Which are very popular and expensive on the 3DS.
Very expensive. Always one to look out for. We saw a lot of cool things from Nintendo and E3. Some people were disappointed. Oh, new WarioWare game. That's huge.
Yes, that
new
was
Wario
big.
game. Been waiting for that. I'm very excited about that. That might be one of like the top 3 that I'm excited for that came out at E3.
I would agree there.
Out of the Direct. So there was a couple of really good things. I think there's an indie I'm missing that I'm very excited for, but I just can't remember. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff. I want to go back and like look at some of the news from E3, but I don't know. If I didn't hear about it, it wasn't that important. So
time out. You told us last week you had a Roblox store and you forgot to tell it. Can we hear your Roblox story?
100%. What were we talking? We were talking about our family members and games, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what this has to do with family members and gaming. Dude, I don't even want to say this on the air, but we're saying it on the air. So I was at a little get together and with a little family get together, and my fiance was talking to one of my very young cousins. So she's 7 years old. This is a 7-year-old, like cutesy little girl, right?
Yep.
She starts talking about Roblox, right? Mm-hmm. And this young, like picture like one of the cutest little 7-year-old girls you could picture, right? Just like the most innocent looking, wouldn't hurt a fly looking child, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This girl starts talking about how she kills people in Roblox, bro, and how she performs tests on their bodies in Roblox, bro, and how she has tried to deliver a baby in Roblox, but ended up killing both the mother and the baby in I did not know. What is this nation's youth playing?
Dude, when I used to play Roblox as a kid, you would
you played Roblox
very little as a kid.
Because I've never played Roblox.
Roblox has been around for a long time. And I'm still shocked on how popular it still is.
Does any of what I'm saying shock you though?
Yes. Versus what I played as a kid, you kind of hop into like these little like worlds and like the worlds with different games. But I remember like as I got old, they would have like kind of like GTA, but like Roblox style. So I guess I could see like how it's developed over time. But I don't know if it's like people can just make like their custom games and upload to the website.
I think it's turned into like Gary's mod, bro. I think it's where because she's talking about she literally said I've killed over 100 people in Roblox. I just want to make that clear. And then she goes, yeah, and sometimes I take them back to my lab and I perform tests on them. Jesus. What on earth, bro? We have so I have a serial killer in my family. Just so everyone knows, saying it on the record here first. If I disappear, that's who you guys got to go find first. Because I don't know, bro.
Blame the little girl picking flowers in the backyard.
Exactly. But that's my Roblox story. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. What should be my next move with that? Should I go to the police? Is there anybody I should alert? Also, if you're a parent and your kids play Roblox, make sure they're not doing tests on people. Yeah, yes. Check up on them. And if you're a parent and if you've caught your son or daughter or whatever playing Roblox and they're doing some weird shit, let us know because now I'm curious. It's funny. Piqued my interest. I'm very curious. Guys, thank you for listening to the Cards and Cartridges podcast. Remember, the giveaway at this point it'll be up at this point. I'm already saying I
won't believe it till I see it.
Till he sees it, but it will be up. So go make sure you check out the giveaway. It'll be posted on Cards and Cartridges page at Cards and Cartridges on Instagram, as well as links to it on our respective pages. OG Retro, Koozie Retro Games. So check that out. There's a really cool Pokemon Cup you could win, various video games, Nintendo Power, really cool stuff. Thank you for listening once again. Reminds you to like, subscribe, follow everything, do the dancey dance on all the buttons.
My lunch break is over. I gotta go.
Lunch break is over. Koozie's gotta go. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.
See ya.